What's up, guys? So I'm out here working on the Yz85 build, and today I'm just taking it all apart, kind of going over the brakes and figuring out what needs to be done with it. I'll show you what's going on here in a minute, but I've come to a conclusion. It seems like we are torn between keeping it a two-stroke and then doing the Daytona 190 swap. Currently, with on the poll, we got 35% of the people want to see it stay at two-stroke, and then 65% of the people want to see it at Daytona 190. So I'm thinking we can do both, and in the meantime what we'll do is we'll go ahead and order up some parts for this thing to get it to run again. Essentially, we'll see if we can get the thing running. I'm just going to do a stock piston for now and cylinder, and I'll show you guys how the bottom end and everything looks and feels in a second here. But I figured to keep everyone happy in the meantime, it's going to take a good amount of time to get it ready to do a Daytona 190 swap. So what I'll do is put it back together as a two-stroke now, rip it, make some content for you guys, and then in the meantime look for another frame, because I've already come across a couple, but the guy wants more than I'm willing to pay for it if I'm going to just cut it up. So I'll see if I can find just a bare frame, and then that way we can go ahead and work on that frame, make content with the bike right now, and then eventually just swap over all the suspension components onto the other frame, and then I essentially won't be ruining this, and I'll still have this motor in this frame if I ever want to swap parts over again and make more content with that. So I figured that would be the best case scenario. I can do both of them, and in the meantime rip it as a YZ80. I haven't rode a Yz85 for a long time, at least 15 years. I don't know. I used to race them back in 2005, 6, 7, 8. I think maybe 2009 I moved up to a 125, but I'm definitely excited to hold this thing wide open, mix some gas, and haul some ass. Show you what I got going on. So I took it all apart again after the last video where we went over, washed the whole thing, and then I just put it back together just so it wasn't all apart, parts everywhere, because I got multiple bikes and things going on at once here. But got the cylinder off. The bottom end was exposed for the time that it was sitting, so it was sat for a long time, at least 10 years in my friend's garage. He said he had it covered with a bag at one point, but when I bought the bike or picked the bike up, it wasn't covered. And if you look, can you see how it's nice and shiny right there, like around the crank? And then if you turn it over, you can see right there, it was sitting just like that. So it must have just oxidized like that. But other than that, no shaft play up and down, side to side. Obviously always has a little bit, but other than that, feels really good. So I think what we're gonna do is just throw a new top end on it. I'm gonna do the same size, standard bore, 40, I think it's 47.5 millimeters, and then the 105 is 54 millimeter, I believe. So the bottom end feels good. I took off the reed cage, took the reeds out. Something I found out, which is pretty significant to why this engine probably blew up, is I just patch this up for now in case when I get the top end I have to start it up until I get the V-Force 4 in for it, if it does run good. But it had a hole that went through both sides. I just put epoxy on there. I wish I waited to do that, but can't really see the crack. But so this was causing an air leak and letting it get really lean, and then letting too much air in, and then obviously what's going to happen there is you're going to blow the top end, because the piston's going to get really hot because it doesn't have enough fuel to cool it down, and it's going to expand in the cylinder and then do what that did. You can actually see, looks like there's a piece of ring on this side right there. See that? Looks like a ring is stuck on there. So that's no good. We're going to get a new cylinder. I actually just ordered it up right now, so we'll get that going. And piston coming in. Everything else should be good. The bottom end feels good, goes through all the gears. The brakes were locked up. The front brake I put a little bit of fluid in, started trying to bleed it, and it was just frozen, wouldn't move. So I figured that one part of it must have been clogged. So I took it off, and come to find out the front brake line is clogged somewhere in there. I tried to take the air compressor, blow it through, but it wouldn't do it even with 90 psi. It's just super clogged up. So I'm gonna have to get a new brake line, and I even tried putting a piece of wire. I couldn't get the wire down further enough, but seems like our master cylinder is good. The front brake caliper should still be good. It needs new front brake pads. The rear brake caliper should be good. Definitely needs pads in the rear. So then in the rear brake, what I found was the rear brake line actually is fine. It's not clogged, but the rear brake master cylinder is another story. So this thing should plunge, obviously, and nothing. She's a little frozen, so I'll have to take it apart, clean it all out, get that thing freed up. If not, I'll just order one off of eBay, pretty cheap. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try to mess with the brake lines, and then that's pretty much it. Just wait for the top end to come in. Wanted to give you guys an update. I'm sure some of you, 50% of you will be pumped to see a two-stroke, and then 50% of you might still be pumped, but don't forget, I'm still going to eventually do the Daytona 190 swap. It's just, this would be quicker, and might as well see if we can get the bike going. At least I'll know when I take the motor out that it's a good running motor, and then the frame will be good too. So essentially, we'll have a little two-stroke ripper for a little while, make some sick content with it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of that. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna keep it 85cc for now, and maybe we'll do, my friend has a 105cc piston. I'd have to get this cylinder, in which I would do, because why not, right? I'll get this cylinder bored out for the 105cc piston, and then I can rip it as an 85 for a while, and then switch it to a 105. And if you guys want to keep an eye out for me for a Yz85 frame, I much appreciate it. We'll get a frame going, and then I can cut up another frame and won't have to destroy this one. I was telling my friend that was my plan too, and he's like, oh man, really? Because he has sentimental value to the thing. He bought it new, I guess. So I figured I'd just show you what we had going on. I'm gonna figure out what's going on with the brakes, maybe order a new front brake line, order some brake pads. Once the top end comes in, it should be in this week. Like I said, I ordered it up today. Once the top end comes in, I'll definitely make a video on that, put that thing together. We'll hear that FMF fatty pipe sing again. It's been a long time. Stay tuned for the next video, guys. As always, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video.